Stop, drop, roll. In Australia, I don't know if we have it here in the US, but we had this saying: if there is a fire, you stop, you drop, you roll. Basically, if you're on fire, stop, drop, roll. I was speaking to a friend this morning and I said to him, stop. Stop your stories. Stop going over everything in your head so deeply, making yourself wrong for who you are. Not seeing the value that you're bringing in the world. Drop. Drop the bullshit. Drop the garbage. Drop this need to be stuck in fear and pain. Drop the addictions. Drop the patterns. And roll into a new version of yourself. I actually said to him, literally stop, physically stop, just like this. Hit the ground, drop, and then roll around. Have a physiological pattern break, because these stories you keep telling yourself, firstly, they're not real. And you're making them real by continuing to relive them. And you're not dropping the attitude that is accompanying the stories, that is making you feel bad. Stop, drop, roll. Simple as that. I said to him, I just made that up. That's cool. I'm going to do a video about this. And that's what I'm doing now. But here's the thing. It's not always as simple as that. And I get that. And I'm not at all, in any capacity, minimizing anyone's experience. I know that when I get stuck in my own head, and I am my own worst enemy, I get stuck in my own head and I tell myself stories about how it could have gone, how the interaction or the conversation or the conflict or the action that I took just could have been better. I could have been better. Or I obsess over the thing that I wish I had have done that I didn't do. Or I obsess, this one's the worst. I obsess over how I'm not where I'm meant to be. The comparison syndrome. Whether it's money in the bank or status or business achievements or just whatever it may be, personal experiences that I haven't yet completed or done or attained, and I get stuck in this doing. I've got to stop the story around it. I've got to drop the connection and the addiction to the pain and to the fear and to the identity of I need to be this person and I need to roll into a new version of myself. Stop, drop, roll. Simple as that. And I'm not minimizing the complexity of your experience, nor am I minimizing mine, nor was I minimizing my friends. You see, he got stuck in this place and he was in self-beat. He was beating himself up, and every time he kept beating himself up, it was reminding him of other pain that he'd experienced in his life where other people had emotionally and psychologically beat him up. And he extracted those experiences and believed that that's who he was, that he deserved to be beaten up. And maybe in your life you're told something enough times that you believe it and it becomes part of your story and it becomes part of the way you see yourself. And so when a challenge occurs in your life, when you have a conflict with your beloved, when you experience rejection, maybe the sexual rejection there or emotional rejection there, you make it about you. You make it your fault. But is it your fault? It's your responsibility to deal with your stuff. It's our responsibility to deal with what's happening within here, because this is what we have some level of mastery over, and even that is potentially a farce. Are we not maybe just a result of conditioned unconscious responses that are just on autopilot and we think we're in control? Conversation for another time. But that rejection happens, but is it rejection? What about that person and their insecurities and what they're moving through and the pain that they're experiencing? And it's not even that they are projecting it on you, but they're sharing it with you because you're in the same space and they're scared and they're in fear, and now all of a sudden that's triggering your stuff and all the old stories come and the addictions to who you think you are and who you're meant to be. We've got to shift that narrative. And here's one way to do it. Stop. Literally just stop. Go for a walk, have a tall glass of water, jump in a cold river, have a warm shower, do something that breaks the pattern of you incessantly reinforcing a negative view of yourself. That's a starting point. And gain some reflection. from people that you trust, respect, and revere that see you for who you are. Ask them, hey, what do you see in me? What's the value you see in me? Where do you think I can improve? But what value do you see in me? Do you see me as this person, or am I just seeing myself this way? Am I seeing myself as unable? Am I seeing myself at a deficit? Do you see me this way? Now that reflection can be difficult, especially if it's going to be honest. May be some hard truth that we experience. However, I have a feeling that it will probably be different to the incessant stories, the repeating stories you're telling yourself. So next time you're really stuck on something and you're just swirling in your mind, stop, drop, and roll as if you're on fire and you want to put that shit out. I'll see you soon.